and this is Stone Farm Pack 1 by VX Mapping on Farming Simulator 22. It's for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 here on Rockcrawl for this massive pack of buildings. 43.76 megabytes to download. There is a lot going on here. So, we're going to start with the sheds. And then we're going to move on to the other pieces. So, there are 4 sheds which are sheds but are not sheds, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but we'll show you where you'll find them, buildings and sheds. Now this is an interesting collection of sheds because we have a normal shed here. None of them have any alternate colors or anything like that. So this one is 12 slots. The next one is actually a bale storage under sheds. It should be under silos, but it's not, so it's under sheds. 500 pieces of 500 bale capacity. Then we go to the next one, hangar with a workshop. That is 39 slots, so just be aware there's a pretty slot heavy mod pack for the older consoles in case, yeah. So this one has a couple of interesting items, and then we just have a plain old small shed here. So that one is 11 slots. I forgot to mark down a lot of the slot counts on a lot of these. Just expect them to be high. This, as I said, is just a normal stone shed. Light switch is over here. The next one is a bale storage. Bales go in here. There's a light switch over here. Kind of a neat idea where the bales are stored up top. If we come over here, let's take those out and they pop up over here. So it just says bale storage. I don't think it stores pallets. You could try, but I would stick with bales with that one. Next one here is the workshop. So we have a couple of things. We have some ladders up here. You can store stuff up here, bales or whatever, or whatever. No, that's a permanent ladder. So it's not gonna, you're not gonna lose it or move it around. Tucked away in the corner here, of course, there's light switch. It's a repair area, and as you can see, I'm actually not even touching inside the lines, but you can still repair your vehicles. So I think as long as you get inside here somehow, you can. It also comes with a liquid fertilizer silo. Prices are base game prices, 1,000 liters, $13.20. Just so you know, it will hold up to 100,000 liters. Yes, 100,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. That's what it'll hold, and you can refill your whatever you need to here. It's kind of an awkward spot, so if you got a large planter or something like that, you might be a little bit tricky getting in there, so just so you know. Then we have the last shed here. It's just a normal kind of lean-to shed. There it is. So those are the sheds. Sorry if I'm going really quickly through this, but there, like I said, there is a lot to go through. The next 2 are silos, and we'll find them under silos, and this one's really neat. So let's go ahead and see where they are. Buildings and silos, and here we are. We have a silo, 800,000 liter capacity. We'll check that one out in a minute. And then a fodder silo, which has a really cool and really neat, I guess ability. Well, a really neat thing it does. So let me go and grab something to put in here. All right, here we are with a load of wheat. Let's just dump this in here. Oh, okay, so trigger pops up right there. So very accommodating that way. And then once that's finished dumping in there, I put a full trailer full just because I want to see how fast it unloads. Right, so there we go, we're done. Let's spin around. And oh, come on. Come on. I want to put some in. Are we not? Is it not giving me the... It is not giving me the... Let's fill it up here. Right. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I got a lower one and it looks like it's okay. So weirdly enough, that's a really low pipe on there. Yes, it is grains only. So basic wheat and so forth. How fast does it unload? Pretty standard kind of, well, standard anyways, let's just say that. All right. Let's look at the next one. The next one is really kind of interesting. So this is called the Fodder. Let's look at it again. Silos. Fodder silo. 400,000 liter capacity of combined hay, straw, or grass. Now, as you can see, straw and hay. I have straw and hay in here, and they're kind of one on each side, so it's kind of separated. So one or the other. Now, I'm going to have to try something. So what's unique about this is, well, straw goes in this side. Let's just go ahead. You put straw in either, well, I guess either side, it doesn't matter, but once you put straw in one side, it stays in there. So you can take it out. So, okay, that's cool. It's a straw. It holds straw. Right, so that's nothing really all that exciting or interesting. And there we go. We pour it in there. And, right. There is a little bit of an animation. When you're pouring in, these augers move and then it goes in. So I'm going to take some more straw out because we're pretty much at the maximum capacity here. And I want to try something, and I will show you a kind of a really neat thing about it. So here we are. We have some grass in here. Notice that, yes, I have hay and straw in there already. And so watch what happens. I go to back up here, and yes, it says grass. Yeah, sure, I'll take some grass. Here we go, putting grass in. It would be nice if you'd seen it in there, kind of. I don't know why it's going that way. But anyways, yeah, so guess what? Where'd the grass go? Well, that's the thing. You put grass in, it instantly turns to hay. Yes, instant hay. Isn't that something? Not, it's not a factory. There is no... If we go look at our factories, I don't have a factory. It's just instantly converts grass to hay. So that's... I don't think I've seen anything like that. Or at least not in recent memory. Or at least, yeah, I don't remember anything like that. And yeah, so you just put grass in, take hay out. That is really neat. If anything, that's the one shining mod out of this pack. I mean, they're all nice, but anyways, let's move on to the animal pens. Right, so we're here at the animal barns. We have 3 animal barns: horse, we have sheep, and we have chickens. You'll find them under animals. And horses, there it is, $8,000 to purchase. Uh, 10 horses. The next one is sheep, and $30,000 for that one. 65 sheep, and we'll talk about each one of these when we get to it. The chickens, $10,000 for the chicken coop, and it says 50 chickens, 100,000 liters. Now, Yes, let's start with the horse. The horse is Shalway. Now, the animal trigger is here. I have 10 of the same kind of, I have 10 pintos in there. Food goes in here. It very easily goes in there. Do we have open? Yeah, we have doors that open and so on and so forth. Go inside the stalls. Very nice. As I said, food goes in here. Also, straw also goes in here. I did not get bales to go in. Maybe you can. I didn't. Since we have straw, I put a manure heap to see if we can catch any manure. Here we go. I do believe, there we go, lights. Outside and inside lights. Right, so that's the horse pen. We'll run it, we'll run them all together, excuse me, when we look at all of them. Now, the next one here is a sheep one. I showed you that. Now, what's interesting about the sheep pen here, Farm Dog Max is interested in the sheep. I bet you he wants to herd a few sheep. All right, let's start with this here, the garage. We have a workshop, customize and repair, kind of neat. Very interesting. Lights everywhere. Lights L3, lights everywhere. We have doors going into what looks like a milking station for sheep, which is very odd because if we take a look here, there's no milk capacity, but there is a trigger out here that I'm assuming is supposed to be milk. Now, something you should probably know is this is there's a lot of PC things going on here. And we'll get into that as we go along, but I think that's one of them that could be. And there's a notation on the description at the bottom about manure. Straw manure is not typically supported for sheep and chickens, so even though we have straw in here, it's not going to produce any manure because this map, as a matter of fact, consoles in general do not support manure for chickens and sheep. Here is the sheep by trigger, 65 sheep. Food goes in here, so for you console players, well, Farm Dog Max wants to herd some more sheep. Right, where was I? Yes, so I have put down a manure heap. Oh, look at that. I have manure already. That's odd. All right, so we're going to test them out. Maybe it will work. Odd things are happening. I don't think the milk does work, though. So, yes, you can go inside. There's lots of interior things going on here, too. It's like a house. When I say it's like a house, it is a house. It is a sleep trigger here. And yeah, so it's quite the mix. We have the switches for the gates here, roll up gates, same with the other one here. It's a little tricky to get to since the animal trigger is right here, and this gate. But anyways, capacities. 30,000 liters there. The horses, 3,200 liters. Chickens we're going to look at in a moment. 2,000 liters. Let's go over there right now. Chickens. Now, definitely, chickens are not going to produce manure. The chicken dialogue is here. Animal dealer, 50 chickens. Food goes in here. Eggs will appear here. I actually am hoping. There's this large area here where I'm assuming, well, it says manure. I'm assuming it's a built-in manure, but I do not expect any manure to appear there. So a lot of interesting things. It's like They just took the PC version and slapped it into console, and some stuff might or might not work. So let's run it forward. Yes, I'm sorry, that's a very brief overview of the animal barns, but yes, we're going to run it forward here, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so a month has gone by, and what do we have here? Manure? No manure collected from the horses. Let's see here, horses. Straw has not gone down, or if it did, it's very little bit, and food has gone down just a very... Horses do not eat a lot. There's a... I think I showed that already. Right, so it's difficult to choose where to put a manure heap and not block a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to try that out a little bit later. Let's move on to the sheep, shall we? And as you can see, we have wool, which is great. Sheep seem happy. We have sheep manure. Well, what do you know? Look at that. The sheep have produced manure. Right on. Okay, so that works. Things seem to change on a daily basis with this game. I don't understand it. But anyways, yeah, sheep, you put straw. So straw, loose straw, and food in here. If you're wondering, right here. That's where I put them. Bales, I don't think any of the pens except bales. Chickens. What do we got? We got eggs. And I didn't put any straw. You know what? I'm going to see if I could somehow put straw in there. With the weird things happening with the sheep pen, we might actually get manure from this, but we're going to have to test that some more. We're going to continue on. So eggs, that's all good. Let's take a look at our quantities here. Food lasted a whole bunch of times, so there's lots of food there. Chickens, lots of food for the chickens, and the horses barely ate any food. So yeah, right. So let me see if I can get some straw into these, into this at least, and I'm going to move the manure silo around to see if the horses, I can capture some manure from the horses. We've run another month. I did manage to get straw into here. As you can see, bottom right corner, 2,400 liters of straw. It filled in right where these straw bales are. However, it's still not producing any manure, which is not surprising at all. So that's, yeah, no surprise there. A little bit more manure here from the sheep. And more wool. So that's all good. How about the horses? Did the horses produce any manure? No. So no manure from the horses, which is odd because I had another horse barn not too long ago that did produce manure, but for some reason, well, I don't know if it's supposed to or not. It does take straw. So it's one of those things, is it really supposed to make manure on the console, or is it not? I don't know. It could be. Yeah. Right. So, yeah. There you go. That's about it. Hopefully that answers all your questions. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them. And that's it. That's the Stone Farm Pack 1 by VX Mapping on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching. And remember, it's only a game, so till the next one, bye for now.